Hey guys!
Hello, it's Monday.
Monday Live with Jen and Lalani. And guess what? Jen's sitting down.
I better find something to get up for.
No, you're not getting up.
I'm too prepared today. That's not
I know.
good. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to sit still though, watch.
So we've got some friends joining in. Hey guys.
I should probably go get my glasses.
No.
Literally I cannot see any of the people that are joining.
Yeah.
So hello. I don't know who you are because I can't read that far.
Sit your buns.
I know, I'm not moving.
Keep
Glued.
your buns
Glued.
seated. She's not moving. So today we have a little cheat sheet. We're super prepared.
Do you always have a cheat sheet? Some days we just hide it better. Today,
Sure, today not so much.
not hiding it better.
So we are actually going to talk about Ragnar.
A lot. We have a lot to talk about today.
So this week on the blog, we're talking about Ragnar, and we would love to know if any of you out there are runners or aspiring runners or used to be
Not me
runners. And if so, have you run any races? And more specifically, have you run a Ragnar?
I should have brought my medal. I ran one of them. One Ragnar.
Hey.
Hello.
We actually talked, Shanghai Jen into running Ragnars. So I've run 8.
8. Overachiever.
Not the most of my friends. So
1.
Christy is the most.
And I nearly died. Columbia present here. That's
hey,
awesome.
Columbia
Hello.
in the house. That's awesome. I've actually been to Columbia, and it was so cool. I wasn't there very long, but been there. So Ragnar.
Ragnar.
I've run 8 Ragnars. Jen's ran 1. For those who don't know, Ragnar is like a 200-mile road race from one point on the map to another, and they
I should have quit right at the 200-mile issue.
So you don't run all 200 miles. You run with a group of 12 friends, generally, unless you're crazy and you do an ultra team and then you're running with 6 friends. But 12 friends, and you piggyback each other over the course of those 200 miles.
So you run 3 legs.
Yep, 3 legs of different lengths. So some people run maybe 20 miles total over the course of those 3 legs. Other people might run. I see Sarah just joined. Sarah ran with us one time. She was awesome. So you run different lengths, different degrees of difficulty, and they're super fun, but they have them all over the country. It's actually started in Utah. Jen, which one did you guys do?
We did the SoCal, California.
Which is actually my favorite.
Yeah, it was great. I thought that my first leg was going to be super duper easy, 2.5 miles. Oh no, 2.5 miles on a hill like this. If you've been to Arizona, we're like this. So I don't know, shocker, I didn't really look up my legs and see what the elevations were going to be, but when I got to the bottom of that hill, I just thought, oh, hell's bells, what have I done to myself? Anyways, I did it. I ran it.
So anyways,
very slow.
So you have so Southern California is awesome. That is actually my most favorite Ragnar. I've done that one 3 times, I think. Maybe twice. I'm not sure. Anyway, Utah is my second favorite. That one is amazing. That's the original. And so, for example, the one that you guys did started up in north of Santa Monica.
Somewhere.
We need Christy. Christy, where are you? Christy's really the brains behind this whole establishment.
It's true. I just really showed up.
Yeah, so she's our planner, which is a key point to have if you're going to do any sort of running relay race with a group of people, because there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. And you need someone who's really good at planning to kind of help you.
Really? I only ran the race because I wanted to go on a girls' trip.
There are better ways to go on girls' trips.
Well, that's what I learned. That's why I've never done it again. I did it. Woohoo, I got a medal.
It's actually my
end.
favorite. It's awesome. I love it. It's so fun. Because
it was fun.
You go over a 36-hour period of time. So you start, for example, if you're in Utah, you start at, Kristen! Hey! Sorry. You start in Logan, Utah, and you end in Park City. And that's about 185 miles. And so you get in your van, and there's 2 vans. There's 2 teams of 6. And you start running. And every person in your van runs, and then you get a 4-hour break. And then every person in the next van runs, and they get a 4-hour break. and then you switch and you do it again. And so you might be running at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Which I did run at 2 a.m. in the morning through Beverly Hills, which is not as pretty at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. So
That was a little sketchy.
my husband, on their race that they did this time, what's your question? We'd love your questions. Send us your questions. We're happy to answer them. So my husband was on their team. We had a boys team and a girls team, the Ragnar that Jen did. And I actually didn't run that one because I had just had my daughter. And so I was at home recovering, which was so sad. It was really sad for me. Not for them, but for me. But my husband said that his leg of that race was the most sketchy of any of the Ragnars that he's done.
No, it was.
Because-
But I do think it made me run. I'm a slow runner. It made me run fast because I just wanted it to be over. That was one of my longest legs. It was like 8 miles in the middle of the night.
But the middle of the night runs are amazing because it's dark and it's quiet and I don't know, the weather is just, it's peaceful.
It was nice. I mean, the weather was beautiful. All of our California weather was actually beautiful. We lucked out. No rain, no anything. It was just great.
Yep. So a couple of tips if you're planning on doing a Ragnar. The first one is plan. And these will be on our website because we're talking about this week.
We're talking about running this week. And Ragnar, since it's the only one that I have run, is the one we're starting with. Oh, what do you think about Colombia?
I
Out
really
of the
loved
topic,
Colombia.
but I'm
It
not
was
sure what you think.
beautiful. It's actually one of the nicest airports I've ever been in was the Bogota airport. And I just loved the whole vibe of the country for the short time that I was there.
I haven't been there, so clearly I need to make myself a trip.
Yeah,
and
I
add it
actually
to my
really love
list.
South America in general, but Colombia was awesome. So, peace and love. Thank you for that.
Yeah, we
That's
could use
awesome.
some peace and love.
So which Ragnar to choose? So like I said, there are Ragnars all over the country. There's a Florida Ragnar, there's a Hawaii Ragnar, there's a Denver Ragnar. Don't do that one unless you're really comfortable with elevation because it
Hard pass.
climbs. Yes. The Utah's the original. That one's super
Hard
fun.
pass.
There's a bunch out east. So there's like a Boston, there's a New England, there's a Washington D.C.
There's a Vegas.
There's a Vegas. I've
There's
done the
an Arizona.
Vegas. Done the Arizona. There's also
We loved Arizona though. Don't
we
get us
love
wrong.
Arizona to live. I hated that Ragnar. It's terrible.
I don't know if they can hear you whispering. I don't know if they could hear you whispering. Just say.
There are also trail Ragnars. Jen, do you
Oh.
want to do a trail Ragnar?
Hard pass on that also.
Yeah, so Christy, my friend.
I retired from Ragnar. I ran one. I got a medal. Retired.
One and done.
One and done.
Trail Ragnars.
cardio.
I hated that Ragnar. I've done one of those and it was horrific. But I'm not a trail runner. I'm a trail hiker, but not a runner.
Yeah, hard pass. I always want to hike when I see my cute friends hiking, but then I remember, I don't like it.
And then the last thing is just train. So you run 3 times in the course of
That training
30-ish
will get ya.
hours. And you have to, your body has to kind of get used to that. What was something you did to train?
So I ran because I don't even run. I am a weightlifter, to be honest with you. I just stick to lifting weights a couple days a week, tiny bit of cardio, and then I call it good. So I had to actually go run with my friend that runs like a gazelle and can talk while she's running, which I was
She's
nearly
amazing.
dying.
It's not me.
But I actually have a little bit of a bad back, and so by the time the race even started, I was already injured. So by the time the race was over, I literally was crippled. It took me like 2 months to recover from that Ragnar. So that's why I retired, and I will never run one again. But I did it, and it was fun.
My
and I'm glad
husband
say I
hates
did.
to run. He's actually a good runner, but he hates it. He only will run after a ball, but he will run Ragnar because he enjoys the camaraderie and just the different aspects of it.
My cute friend Diana Brown is an amazing runner, and when she needed a running partner, I would just ride a bike beside her.
That is true. Diana, I've done several
God,
Ragnars with
she's
Diana.
amazing.
Or one. I don't know.
And I wanted to be by
It's a
her,
marathon.
but I just ride a bike.
Yeah, that's a good way to do if you have friends that run. You know, you can ride a bike in Ragnar as a pacer.
What? I'd rather do that. Really, I just want to be the cheering section. God, just bring me snacks.
The snacks are important
And do
because
some
if
cheering.
you don't stay really like snack loaded,
Yeah.
you can get sick. We had a couple friends
Sick's
who got
bad.
sick because they didn't eat and get enough salt in their body. So that's important.
Yeah.
So any runners out
Go
there,
running. Yeah.
We would love your tips.
Ride a bike, for sure.
Oh. How's the
planning for Thailand trip going? Oh, holy moly, Taylor, I'm about to lose my mind.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. Just hold on. We're about to transition out of running.
Hold for 1 minute, please, Taylor King.
So the other thing we were talking about is Seawees, which is another awesome running trip that I did. That's in Vancouver, Canada. It's sponsored by Lululemon. Jen, why didn't you come with us, like, just for fun?
I don't really remember. I don't think I got invited. Maybe I wasn't cool enough that day.
Oh, shut up.
That's girls. Even when you're old, our young girls that are watching, it's just girls.
Oh.
I don't really remember why I didn't get invited.
Kristen did a half Snow Canyon. That is a really, really good half marathon.
Ooh, all downhill. That's my kind of race.
That's a fast race. Lots of
fast.
PRs on that.
Now I'm out again.
Not fast.
And
just because downhill.
Slow downhill.
Oh, well, then you can't help it because you get pulled down.
Holy moly.
It's a fast race.
I think I'm going to
That's
stick to walking races.
That's called
driving. Actually, I really would love to be a race car driver. How about that? I'll drive that kind of race. A race in a car. Even better. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, on to a new thing.
Have you been to Vancouver?
No, I haven't actually been anywhere up there in Canada.
Okay, so that's one of the good things about Seawees. So Seawees is half marathon sponsored by Lululemon.
Which that's not bad either.
No, they do it all right. And you get like this cool gift bag. And you get discounts at this special store with only Lululemon stuff.
I did hear about that little...
Yeah.
I heard that a lot of the people on that trip took a lot of bags of Lululemon right home with them.
And this is the other thing.
Big discount.
It's cheaper because it's all in Canadian. And so that's like a 30% discount on the US dollar.
So even better.
So you got like 30% off just automatically. So, hey, Kristen, the point is you did it, which is amazing. Yeah. So one and done, you still did it. So
that's me too.
Still say you did it.
We retired. We went into retirement. It's all right.
Yeah. And so the added bonus of that Seawees Marathon, so it sells out really fast, like 6 minutes fast. So if you want to do it, you have to get on and sign up really quick.
That's why you need a friend to sign you up if you're like me, because I'll forget to sign up and then that's over.
It's true. But you have the Lululemon store. You have Vancouver, Canada, which the weather is amazing, running weather.
It looks like a fun trip.
And you're in Vancouver, which is awesome. So
that's fun.
We'll talk about that and why we love Vancouver also.
This week, on the blog.
Okay, so Jen is getting ready to
hit the Asian Trail. So, we're getting ready. Let me tell you a little bit about my life. Hey, Lonnie, it's all right.
Okay,
I don't actually think I'm hitting any trails, let's be honest. But we are getting ready. I've been getting ready for weeks. I'll still be getting ready for a little bit longer.
She's getting ready.
After last week, I decided to go get some shots for my children.
Thank you.
And myself.
Good
so
idea.
It turns out I had to get a Hep A and a Hep B, which I'm not really sure I needed the Hep B, but whatever. That thing hurt like a mother. I can post that later today on our Instagram stories.
I had to get one of those a long time ago.
Holy cow, my arm is bruised. In fact, it's still a little bit sore.
What I can sort of see like...
There's a bruise right there.
Yeah.
I think it's because I have big muscles.
Maybe that's why.
It gave me, but it hurt. I'm not even kidding you. But I did, I love that we went to Passport Health, and so it is a little bit expensive, but they have every shot that you could need. Yellow fever, typhoid, and they just give
this book
you
is super cool.
This fabulous book. And so it will tell you all the immunizations needed, all the different diseases that you can catch in these countries. It gives you safety tips. It has all the information for the embassies, who to contact, what to do.
It's a really good
precautions. Like, there is a lot of information. And when you call to book the appointment, they ask you what countries you will be in, and you give them a list, and then they provide that information for every single country you'll be visiting. Yeah. So it's a pretty comprehensive. In fact, it's actually been giving me a tiny bit of anxiety because I've been reading way too much. And it's with anything, they're always gonna give you more information than you probably need. You have to be smart and you have to be cautious, but we shouldn't live in fear.
Well, and they'll give you the worst case scenarios too.
100%. I definitely will not be hanging out in nightclubs in the middle of the night with my children. So I think that'll avoid a lot of the problems.
She won't be doing that at all.
No.
Yeah. So be smart, be safe, be prepared.
Prepared.
And then go have fun.
Yeah, so that's a good word, prepared. Let me show you. This was one of the things, I mean, we're not packed clothes-wise, but my travel bag, which this ought to be interesting to get this on the camera. Oh, Leilani's mom's calling. Please hold. So my travel pillow, I'll have to post about this later. I need one more trip to decide if I absolutely love it.
That is
But it's bends funny. So I feel like it has more options.
That's so funny. I just saw one on Instagram and it was like a hand and it like.
I saw that too.
See that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna try this one out and then I'm gonna try that one out.
We
Because
really
it like
that
holds
one.
your face. Plus I feel like that looks really cool. If you have this big hand.
Yeah.
Holding your face.
They're
But
doing a Kickstarter right now, that hand one.
I just ordered this one, so I'm like, we're gonna try it. It's Dot
That looks
is
good.
the company, but
What's the company?
Dot. But I also like that I can squish it sideways and it can be just like a flat one if I wanna lean against the window. So we'll see on that. And then we have our fly legs up that's just wrapped around
a couple weeks ago.
my back. But I am a fan of
I'm gonna put it on my
this.
lap and then you can.
No, here, I'll open it. Of this type of luggage, just because that subject of I have a bad back, I can't carry a ton of huge bags on my shoulders. So I love this because I can wheel it around, but it still slides right underneath my
Seat in front of you.
Seat in front of me.
So you can
I
access
usually, when I'm not traveling with my kids, will put my purse in it that has my headphones, things like that, and I'll just pull that out. And then that way I have easier access to that stuff. But this time, because I'm traveling with my kids and I have a son that has asthma, I wanted to make sure that I had everything that I could possibly need medically in this bag packed. So I thought I'd just give you guys a little bit of a lowdown. Some of the things that you don't really need to see, like his breathing machine and all of that, but
Here, just put it on my lap and then you can hold it.
Okay.
And you can look at it.
please hold. Oops. Okay, so normally my laptop, a book would slide into there, but this trip I have those in a different location. I have a couple waterproof bags, a couple backpacks that we can throw on during the days just to be able to slide stuff in.
Okay. So those are
always have an umbrella.
during your plane flight. Those
Yeah,
are
I don't
like-
really need them. They're more for when I get there. But I want them, so just in case a bag gets lost or something like that, I have it in here with me. I do not wash my hair every day.
No, who does that?
I don't know. I
Besides
used to
a
wash
boy.
my hair every day, but that's over in my life. It takes way too long to blow dry.
Way too
So
long.
I always, even if I'm going to a dry region, have a handy dandy umbrella in my bag. These are this is a Melaleuca brand, which I love. But these are kind of comparable to Gatorade, and I feel like my kids are gonna get sick of just having water all the time. So I packed some of these to be able to pour into their waters like once a day just to give them a little bit of something.
That's smart.
Okay, everything in my bag is organized in Ziplocs, which I don't know what life would be. So these are NyQuil, Dayquil for my husband if anyone gets sick. There's stomach pills, motion sickness pills, a thermometer in case I need that. This is my son's breathing equipment that I can use on the plane that doesn't require a plug. So that's bagged. And then I have Dramamine, Advil PM, Tylenol. I have kids, I have adults, and it's just all right here. Cold and cough, just in case we get a cold, but it's just easy to get to, and it's all cold fever related. So if we need something, I can just grab that bag out.
Yep, that's awesome.
I ordered a first aid kit because I thought this time, who knows,
Smart.
cuts, scrapes,
Better to have it.
disinfectant, that it would just be better to have. And then this is my bag that I actually hope to use more. This has charcoal in case we have food poisoning. I'm a huge probiotics person.
Yep.
So I have probiotics for everybody that don't have to be refrigerated. I have a kid with a gluten sensitivity, so I have gluten pills just in case we have food that we're not so sure about. And then nasal spray, because you never know how your nose is gonna feel. So that's all in there, easy to grab.
What's this?
So this
Is that Cole's breathing?
is Cole's breathing machine,
Super important.
which is super important for him. And I have an adapter in my
Also
other
smart.
bag.
And make sure you know what kind of adapters that the country that you're going to requires, because
And then, I mean, this stuff isn't stuff you're gonna need, but I have a little machine that reads my son's oxygen levels, and I have bags in case he has to vomit, which hopefully that doesn't happen either. A couple face masks in case I feel like we're on a plane and someone next to me is hacking, coughing. That is one thing with my little boy. He's pretty healthy these days, but if someone's sick, he catches it just like that. So if we get on a plane and someone next to us is vomiting or whatever, I'm gonna cover his face right up. And then I also, it's not in this bag because at this point I was running out of room, but I also did get a bag of essential oils. So I'm excited about that one. It cost me a little bit to put it together, about $150, but there is, if they start to get a runny nose, that I can run on the bottom of their feet, if they have a sick tummy, like different things that are preventative. So if I feel like they're starting to come down with something, we can get on top of it before it gets too bad. And the good thing,
you got pertussis?
What?
All of you? Kristen, did all of you get it?
And what did you do? That does not, must have been a good thing.
Did you know the person next to you had it?
Sick?
Were they like whooping? That sounded horrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did all your kids get it? That's really scary. Oh,
all the kids.
that's scary.
No.
Oh man.
I actually think I
I'm
put
really
it.
sorry.
Yeah. And then in here, wet wipes. I will wipe down all of the seats once we get on, even the fabric. I usually wipe the fabric anywhere his head or anyone might be. It's just all packed in here. I don't really like the smell of bathrooms, so I have that poopery. Oh my God. Essential in my life. Hand sanitizer and hand lotion.
Yeah, you need lotion.
That I need. Oh, and peanut M&Ms.
Just in case.
Because I don't really eat candy at home, but when I travel, I can't even tell you how many times I've been in Asia and been like, I just love the peanut M&Ms.
Well, the other thing about peanut M&Ms is that they've got that little like shot of protein from the peanut. So sometimes if you get hangry on the airplane, which I can because I'm really picky with food, then it's just a little bit of something to stick in your tummy that will help you. And that's smart. Nate always carries a bag of snacks because we got into the worst fight between Colombia and Mexico City one time. I always say we almost got divorced at 30,000 feet and because I was so hangry and the flight attendant wanted to like kick me off the airplane, but she couldn't. So she had to live with me and I was a beast. So now Nate carries me a bag of snacks
just in case. And I have bags of kids that I'm going to be able to pack different things in, but we have stuff like that, meal replacement bars, protein bars, things like that, so that they always have something.
We always fill up our water bottles after.
Huge waters. Yeah. Yes. So we're getting there. I mean, I'll just kind of keep packing over the next little bit and we will be ready to go. It's always different traveling with kids. And like when I travel with my husband, I am so much less prepared than I am now. I feel like I have been putting a ton of extra work into just making sure that we are prepared and safe and ready.
Well, because when you're just traveling with your spouse, it's really easy to kind of do things on the fly. And if you get sick or you're down, then you're sick and you're down. But when you've got a kid down, that's so much harder.
So much worse. And we definitely do not want anything like that. So I feel like it's way better to be over-prepared than under-prepared, especially 100%. When I have my kiddos with me. So we're getting there.
Well, and you're not going to a place where where you're going is a little exotic and very different from North America. So you definitely have to overthink it a little bit, I think.
I know. So it'll be good. One of the things I'm most excited about is when we are in Cambodia, we contacted an orphanage there. So my kids have been working, and I have not actually been really helping them at all, working at collecting the things that the orphanage asked for. So soccer balls, which they've been researching it, and rugby balls, and then they got jump ropes for the girls because they said a lot of times that it's not that they can't play, they're just kind of excluded a little bit.
Yeah, they don't let girls play.
So they went and got other things, but it's been good. 21 backpacks for the kids, paper, pencils, and last night they were trying to get it all to fit into one big suitcase. So that is something that I think will be life-changing for them. I think it's always good to see how other people live and not just go spend a couple weeks at the beach, but to spend a day in the village and serving others. So I'm honestly, that's probably one of the things I'm most excited for.
Well, and that's really going to give them lessons that they'll carry with them their whole life.
For sure.
That's so cool.
So I think that's it.
Yeah. So anyway, I just lost all my thoughts. That's it for Monday Live. Hello, Indonesia. Hi.
I am so impressed by how many people. I love social media. That's why.
Right, it's so cool.
It's so amazing. From all around the
So
world.
we are going to sign off from live, but make sure to check out our Instagram and our blog for more on running races and traveling with your friends for races over this next week.
Yeah, you can read my full pitiful story of my Ragnar run. But hey,
really
I
funny,
totally
actually.
did it, so.
She did do it. She checked it off. She got her medal. That's what
Check,
counts.
check. I know, next time I'm gonna wear it.
I think you should wear
I
it.
don't even know where it is. I'm gonna have to look for it.
I have mine. You can put mine on.
Wow. I should wear all 8 of yours.
I have
that would make me
bags.
feel like accomplished.
I have batons too.
Ooh.
Because we came in second multiple times. And then third.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, we love you, friends. Have a good week.
Have a good week.
Send us any questions you have and we will
Answer them
answer
for
them
sure.
For sure.
Okay.
Have a good week. Talk to you later. Okay, now we're gonna start that
Bye.
Jen shutting the ending thing off. Dun dun dun.